Hi guys, this day it's August still, so everybody knows probably it's not the theatrical season, but I decided to buy tickets for the performance like Infantil for kids here in Spain. It's Sleeping Beauty, Bella Durmiente. It's gonna be happening in October and in September. It's September in September, like in the middle of September. But it's like we have about, I don't know, 20 days till the event, and there are still tickets. So I guess people would probably buy tickets closer to the event. And I want to do the same because the actual advert, I saw it like maybe in July even, but I wasn't sure because it's still gonna be hot. So even though the theater here is quite well organized, and I'm actually surprised because in majority of like small or medium towns, even like touristic ones, the cultural program is quite developed and varied. For like there are performances and events for kids, for adults, for those who like dance, for those who like singing and songs or performances and musicals, or the classical performances as well. And this year the program is gonna be really exciting because it will be Tosca, the opera. The tickets are not on sale yet, but I'm actually excited because I want to go there because, well, I've watched it in different theaters with different actors, obviously, but I guess if you like some performance or spectacle like scenario, because for example Tosca is the classics as well as, for example, Sleeping Beauty. It is classics. So if you like the scenario, if you like the idea, if you like the script in general, if you like the music in terms of, for example, opera and ballet, you can go there at the same performance with the same name for many times. And especially in different theaters, you will be surprised how the same script, the same music, I'm not saying about the contemporary art, I'm not saying about improvisation, I'm saying about those who are performing according to the classical script. And still, different voices, different theaters, different groups of actors perform differently. So I guess you will get not only the known and familiar joy from this performance that you have already watched, but also something new, because interpretation of different troops, theatrical troops, will be different, and the atmosphere, maybe your mood, and maybe your age. Because, for example, in terms with like Tosca, it's perceived one way when you are like a teenager. Probably you won't even understand it or like it. That's probably the most common answer. And then later in life, you perceive it differently. In your 30s, for example, you'll notice something else. I guess it's the same with books as well. If you're reading classics like Anna Karenina, for example, or other great books, for example, you perceive it differently in different age. Same here. So I've watched Tosca in many theaters around the world for many times, but I'm still excited to see Tosca as an opera here in a relatively small town in Spain. So today the day is going to be full of tickets, because I bought tickets to the cinema, because we're going to the cinema today, and it's Wednesday, so tickets are quite well. On Wednesday and Monday here, tickets cost €5 each, whereas in other days it's 7. So if you're buying 3-4 tickets, well, it's still quite an economy. So I prefer going to the theater on Wednesday or Monday. Plus, it's less crowded, so it's another benefit. It's cheaper and it's less crowded. So in my case, today is the day of events, like with tickets, cinema tickets, theater tickets, and in the evening we'll go to the cinema to watch this Buffalo Kids cartoon. I don't know if you watched it. Please share your thoughts if you watched it already. But as far as I can see from the trailer, and as far as my kids are excited, it's going to be fun. It's quite not the empty, script. It has a great idea. It should have a great idea, but sometimes the trailer shows one, and then you may be disappointed, or you may be surprised by how good it is. Let's hope it's going to be the later ones. So I hope I'm going to be impressed even more than I'm expecting to be. So today is a day of tickets for theaters and tickets for cinemas, and I'll probably go and walk to the port now to show you around slightly and to share some insight, because I wanted to do that previously, straight after I published the vlog about how we sailed to the island, the Bark Island. You'll be able to find it in my videos. So many people are struggling with seasickness, and I have some advices for you. If you have like some voyage planned, I'll tell you what to avoid, what to do, some recommendation based on my experience and experience of my friends. So you probably know majority of that, but it won't hurt repeating this. So guys, I'm here in port just to illustrate what I'm going to speak about. So recently we sailed on a boat to an island, and I bought tickets for the boat. I arranged everything, I called him, I double checked, and then after I bought tickets I read reviews, and well, it scared me at once, because many people were saying that they were having a seasickness and it was horrible, and they were blaming the captain. Whereas actually, if you think about it, mainly depends on the state in which the sea is, and you cannot influence it in any way. And no matter how, you can't make your boat bigger or more stable. You can do that professionally, but if waves are high and if the sea is wavy, the boat will be shaking. The boat will be shaking. It's sort of normal. And based on my experience afterwards, I've seen how professional the captain was, because on the way back there was no waves and it was ideal. So it's not the matter of driving but sailing, of not the matter of how he managed his boat. It's the reason and the matter of how wavy the sea is at this particular moment. So it was quite a big boat. It was a bit of a, it's not the boat, I can't even show you. So if you look at this boat parking, one of those bigger ones was something similar to what we used, and what boat was it. But so the bigger it is, in theory, the more stable it is. I can't even imagine how people with seasickness, for example, are struggling on small boats. But guys, even if you don't have seasickness, or if for example you are sure and confident in your system, which is responsible for having or not having this seasickness, there are few obvious recommendations and advices that I can give based on my previous experience and based on my fresh experience now. Well, the most obvious one is not to eat right before you board the boat. Eating right before you board, it's a bad idea, because your stomach simply doesn't have time to sort of digest it. So it's one thing. It's one of the most obvious things. Another one is please, except for not eating straight before the boarding, please make sure that when you board the boat and when you start to sail in, when it starts shaking, please make sure that your eyes are sort of catching the fixing on the horizon line, like on this stable horizon line. Because, well, what's happening with the body, or with our brain when we are on the boat and the sea is wavy, that basically our brain, our system, coordination system doesn't understand what's going on. So your eyes, as a signal, as a collector of the information, your eyes send signal to the brain that, well, everything is shaking, what's going on. And your eyes are actually used to stable environments, stable like lines and stable objects, and here it's completely different. And if you catch the horizon, if you fix your eyes on the horizon line, which is not shaking, it is always stable, it's better, it's easier for your body to really understand what's going on. At least your eyes are like holding something fixed. So not eating before boarding the boat, trying to catch the horizon, always look at the horizon line, which is always stable, no matter how shaky the boat is and no matter how wavy it is. Plus, please make sure that you are, well, positioned in a part of the boat where there is enough of fresh air, maybe even the wind, because it creates and helps your body to feel, well, healthier, because fresh air, oxygen, helps us to recover from feeling unwell in any situation. And in the boat, that's obvious as well. In my experience, for example, there were people who went to the lower deck. It's closed. It had windows as well, and but still it was shaking. But when it is closed, more or less closed environment, one person started to throw up. Other people who are actually in the closed environment, without the wind, without distractions, with windows, but still it's smaller than in the open space. If this person is thrown up and another person sees it, I guess the tendency of like neighbors to do the same, to react the same, is higher. So it may influence how you feel. It may influence and even increase the risk that you will also have the symptoms. So please make sure that you have enough space, you can see around, that you have enough, you get enough fresh air. Well, and in my case, for example, I selected most like dangerous places in the sense we sat in the very front, and it was shaking the most. It was like shaking the most, because can you imagine, it was going up and down, and the height was the biggest. So I prefer it this way because we had less people there. And so basically I decided to sit there because there was less people, more fresh air, and I was actually sure that even if somebody starts to throw up, we will have like 5 or 6 neighbors, not 20. So it turned out to be the best choice. So this is another piece of advice. Please make sure that you have enough space, enough fresh air, and always look at the horizon. Like literally catch the horizon with your eyes. It really helps. I don't know, I never used this advice, but in this particular case, it really helped. Well, I was lucky enough that my kids didn't have this seasickness, because you never know, you know, even if before they had experience on the boat and everything went well, in every particular case, there may be surprises. So I was lucky, and I guess those recommendations and advices really helped me. So use it, and please take care. Enjoy the sea, enjoy your trips on a boat, on a big and small, and make sure that you take precautions. Guys, thanks for watching, and have a great day. please subscribe not to miss my other recommendations and vlogs. Hope you find it useful and interesting and entertaining in a way. So please subscribe, like and comment. This way you will support my motivation to do more. Thank you. Have a great day.